Hi everyone, I'm glad for you to see me. I guarantee it's me, Senator Smith, back with another review. Today's review is Raw review. If you could have guessed by the day of the week. Show starts off with the U.S. Championship match between Apollo Crews versus MVP. Great match. I personally loved it. Great way to kick off the show. Apollo Crews ends up winning, and then they go into like the backstage segment with Apollo Crews saying he's gonna hang the old U.S. Championship in his kid's room and keep the one that MVP made. Then we have the MVP segment, followed by the Sasha and Bailey segment. You know, I I liked the when it was Becky two belts, but with you know, Bailey those straps and Sasha two belts, whatever. It's just getting played out to me. So they need to retire that because it's kind of getting old in my book. Uh, then we have the Kevin Owens and Iconics backstage segment where Iconics asked Kevin Owens to be on his show, and he said they couldn't uh, because he already had a guest, which is immediately followed by the KO show with Ruby Riot, which he ended up bringing out Liv Morgan, which it was a good Kevin Owens show with like Morgan being all uh, sentimental and crying, but what ruined it was the Iconics coming out, that which turned into Iconics versus the Riot Squad tag team match. Uh, the Riot Squad ends up winning. MVP goes off in the backstage segment because they're doing something about like the box is falling down or something. Then we have the Drew McIntyre segment, which Randy Orton and Ric Flair end up coming out. Then we have then we have the Kevin Owens and Ric Flair segment, followed by the Nia Jax in ring segment where she's supposed to apologize to the official she hit the last week's show, which she ended up not doing, and she ended up headbutting him this time. Then we have the 24/7 championship match between R-Truth Kazara and Shelton Benjamin. Because Kazara actually won the 24/7 championship. Uh, so far, the MVP's team isn't doing all that good. Then we have the Dominic Mysterio segment, followed by the Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks match, which, which was a kind of a good match, but it ended up in a DQ when Asuka attacked Bailey. Then we have the Asuka in ring segment. Well, not I don't think it was in ring with Asuka segment. Then we have the Garza and Andrade segment, followed by the first Shane McMahon segment about Raw Underground. The first like two segments, this and like the second segment, I like, it's a newer version of Brawl for All. That was my original thought on it. Uh, that then a- Angelo Dawkins versus Angel Garza, which Garza ends up winning. Then we have the Montez Ford versus Andrade match, which the refs stopped it when Montez Ford couldn't actually. He just passed out in the middle of the ring. They end up finding out that he was poisoned later on the show. Then we have the MVP Lashley and Shelton Benjamin segment, followed by the Seth Rollins segment, which you know he, Samoa Joe ends up sticking up for his broadcast partner and is about to get into the ring and fight. both of them. And that they lead into the commercial break. Then they come back. Both Rollins and Murphy have steel chairs in their hands, and they're in the ring. Joe's standing outside. Dominic Mysterio comes from behind with a kendo stick. Beats them. Then we have like the Raw Underground segment, which MVP and Lashley go at it, and uh, you know, actually not they don't fight each other, but they fight some other guys, which Lashley beats them. That was actually the main event, and made me actually want to see more of the Raw Underground. Up until that point, I'm like, it's another brawl for all. Who wants to see another brawl for all? Uh, but as soon as I saw like what they did with like Lashley in it, made me a fan, and I actually want to see what will happen with that in the future. That's it for this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. Until next time, make sure you spread peace and love. Until next time, I love you.